Hi friends, this is the math lesson for second grade. This is Unit 6, Lesson 13. We will be doing our last few math lessons in this unit this week, and then we will start to prepare for our test. So in today's lesson, we are going to be doing both subtraction and addition. So as you can see on page 291, we have two subtraction problems and two addition problems. I want you to work on both of these problems with me, and then I'll let you try the bottom two on your own. Now, there is a lot going on in these problems, mostly because you have, if you're subtracting, you have to use this section, and if you're adding, you have to do this section. So it wants you to, if you subtract, say if you're going to ungroup, and if you add, say if you're going to be making new tens and new hundreds. So I will walk you through the steps that you will need in order to solve these kinds of problems. So let's go ahead and get started. So in number one, we have 762 minus 395. The directions want us to circle the add or subtract. So here we are subtracting, so make sure you circle that. Now we are going to start our subtraction. I'm going to start in my ones town. I'm going to ask myself, can I do 2 minus 5? The answer is no. So I'm going to go next door, cross off my 6, change it to a 5, and bring back 10. I had 2, now I have 10 more. Now I can do my subtracting. 12 minus 5 equals 7. So did I have to ungroup to get 10 ones? Yes, I did. So I'm going to put a little check mark there. Now I can move on to my tens town. I have 5 minus 9. Can I do that? The answer is no. So I go next door, I cross off my 7, I change it to a 6, and I bring back 10. I had 5, now I have 15. So did I have to ungroup again? Yes, I did. 15 minus 9 is 6, and then I have 6 minus 3, which is 3. So we get an answer of 367. So I solved it, I circled subtract, and I said whether or not I had to ungroup. And in this case, I had to ungroup both times. Now let's move on to the opposite, which is addition. If you would like to pause the video and do number 3 right now, the other subtraction, that is totally fine with me. For addition, here we go. We have 395 plus 367. I know I'm adding, so I'm going to circle my adding. And I'm going to get started. 5 plus 7 gives me 12. And then I have a new group right there. So did I make a new 10? Yes, I did. 1 plus 9 is 10. Plus 6 more is 16. And another new group. Remember, you can put the new groups on top or new groups below. Did I make a new 100? Yes, I did. And then I have 1 plus 3 plus 3, which gives me an answer of 7. So I get 762 for that problem. So 1 subtraction, 1 adding. If you are ready to try both of these bottom problems on your own, I encourage you to do so. However, if you want to stick with me, that's totally fine. Number 3. So we have 7, take away 3. First, can I do that? I can, right? So I'm going to do it. So did I have to ungroup to get 10 ones? Nope, I was just able to subtract my ones. Now I have 8, take away 9. Can I do that? No, I cannot. So I'm going to go next door, cross off the 2, change it to a 1, and bring back 10. I had 8, now I have 18. So did I have to ungroup to get 10 ones? Yes, I did. 18 minus 9 is 9. Check your hundreds. 1 minus 1 is 0. So you get an answer of 94 on that one. All right, and our last problem on this side, we have another, oh, I forgot to circle subtracting. We have another adding problem, so make sure you circle add. And I'm going to get started. 7 plus 4, I get 11. So I put my 1 there, and I put my new group up there. Did I make a new 10? Yes, I did. Then I have 1 plus 3 plus 2. So 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. So I get, I get a 6. No new group, so I'm just going to leave that one blank. And then 4 plus 3 equals 7 for an answer of 761. So close to this answer up here, 762. How funny. All right, so now we have practiced both subtraction and adding. Let's go ahead and flip our paper over and see what we're going to do next. So we are doing a similar thing here. We're going to be adding, we're going to be subtracting. However, they are adding a couple more things in that we need to do. So it says, draw a math mountain and check your answer by using the opposite operation. So let's chat about that for a minute. Remember a long, long time ago, if I had this math mountain, okay? I know that I can write a bunch of equations just from this math mountain because they are a fact family. I know I could do 3 plus 5 equals 8. I know I can also use these to subtract. 8 minus 3 equals 5. And I'm going to get the same numbers over and over again because these are a fact family. Well, I am here to tell you that you can do that. You can use these fact families with even bigger numbers. So we are going to solve each of these problems. Then, see this little check mark right here? I'm going to show you how to check your answers. If you check your answers, you will get all of them correct because you're checking them. You are making sure your answers are right. So let me show you what I mean. We're going to start off by just doing whatever the problem says. So we are going to subtract here. So we have 532 minus 181. So I'm going to start in my ones. 2 minus 1 gives me a 1. 3 minus 8, can I do that? Nope. I go next door, cross off the 5, change it to a 4, and bring back 10. Now I have 13 minus 8, and I get 5. And 4 minus 1, I get a 3. So I did the first part. Now, this is my fact family, okay? They want me to do 2 more things after I solve this problem. They want me to check my work, and they want me to draw a math mountain. So let's go ahead and let's check our work first. So when you check your work, if you do subtraction, you will check your work by adding. If you do adding, you'll check your work by subtraction. Now, just like we did up here, we're pretty much going to do the same thing. So I like to do it like this. You work down to get your answer, and then to check your answer, you start from the bottom and work up. So I'm going to take that answer that I got, 351. I'm going to work up. I'm going to add it to 181. Now, my goal is to get this answer right here, 532. Now, I'm not just going to write 532 right there because that is not checking my answer. I hope that I get 532 because then that tells me that my answer is correct. So let's see. 1 plus 1 is 2. No new group. 5 plus 8 is 13. A new group. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 3 more is 5. So my hope was that I got 532. And I did. Now, let me show you really quick what would happen if I didn't get the right answer. This is what it would look like. Let's pretend that instead of 351, I got 361. Don't write this. I'm going to put 361. I'm going to add it to 181. And remember, the goal is to get 532. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 6 plus 8 is 14 in a new group. And then I get 5. So I got an answer of 542. Well, now these numbers don't match. So then what you have to do is you have to go back and you have to figure out, what did I do wrong? Check your adding. Check your subtraction. And by doing that, you will find your mistake. Okay? So if you don't get the answer that you expect to get, that means that you did something wrong and you need to go back and figure it out. All right, I know this is a lot. So we have one last thing to do. We have to draw a math mountain. Now we're going to have big numbers on our math mountain. You can use either one of these problems to do your math mountain. I kind of like to look at addition. It's a little bit easier for me. I know that when I add, these are the partners, and that is my total. I also know that my biggest number always goes on top. So I have 532 on top. I have 351 and 181 on the bottom. So you're going to solve the problem. Check your work with the opposite operation. So subtraction, then addition, or addition, then subtraction. And draw a math mountain with all three numbers. If you want to try, well, actually, I want you to try number 6 with me, and then I will let you try the rest on your own if you want, or you can always stay with me, of course. So number 6, first, I'm going to do my normal adding. So I have 2 plus 1, I get 3, no new group. 3 plus 8, I get 11 with a new group. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 5 gives me, 7. Now, remember I said I'm going to work down to get my answer, and then I'm going to work back up to check my work. So here, I'm going to start with 713. Instead of adding, I need to subtract, and I'm going to subtract 181, and I'm hoping to get an answer of 532. So let's see. 3 minus 1 is 2. 1 minus 8, I can't do it, so I go next door, cross off the 7, change it to a 6, and bring back 10. Now I have 11 minus 8, and I get 3, and 6 minus 1, I get 5. So I got the number that I wanted, so I know my answer is correct. And now, last but not least, I need to draw my math mountain. I know that 713 is my biggest number. That goes on top. That's my total. And then I have 532 and 181. If you are ready to try these on your own, you may go for it. If you want to stay with me, that is fine. All right, number 7. So I'm going to add to solve and subtract to check. I have 8 minus 7, and I get a 1. Oh, hello, I'm adding here, Miss Peterson. Okay, 8 plus 7 gives me 15 with a new group. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 5 is 8, and then no new group. 5 plus 3 is also 8. So I worked my way down to solve. I'm going to work my way up to check. I added to solve, so now I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to start with 885 minus 357, and I'm going to solve that. 5 minus 7, I can't do it. I go next door. I cross off the 8, change it to a 7, and bring back 10. 15 minus 7 is 8. 7 minus 5 is 2. And 8 minus 3 is 5. And I check to see, did I get what I expected to? 528, 528. All right, now we are going to draw our math mountain. Here are my three numbers. I know that 885 is my total. It's the biggest number. I have 357 and 528. All right, moving on. This time we are doing subtraction. We're subtracting from 1,000. Remember, subtracting from 1,000 is not necessarily harder. It's just one extra little step. So I see zeros all across. I can't start with my 0 minus 8, so I have to ungroup. I'm going to go for it. So go ahead, do your ungrouping. I'm running out of room. All right, so now I can subtract. 10 minus 8, I get 2. 9 minus 3, I get 6. 9 minus 4, I get 5. And always double check that thousands town. There's nothing there. So I worked my way down to solve. I'm going to work my way up to check. I'm going to start with 562. Since I subtracted here, I'm going to add here. So I'm adding 562 and 438 with the hope of getting 1,000. 2 plus 8 is 10, new group. 1 plus 3 plus 6 is 10, new group. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 5 more is 10, new group. And nothing else in my thousands town. So yes, I do get indeed 1,000. Going to draw my math mountain. I know 1,000 is my biggest number, and I can add my two smaller numbers, my partners, at the bottom. All right, if you've been working with me, I would like you to try number 9 and 10 on your own. Please pause the video, and when you are ready, press play to check your work. All right, my friends, let's see how you did. So on number 9, we are adding to solve. So we have 1 plus 7, and we get 8. No new group. 7 plus 8 is 15 with a new group. 1 plus 5 plus 2 is 8. I worked my way down to solve. I'm going to work my way back up to check. I added, so now I'm going to subtract. I have 858 minus 287. 8 minus 7 is 1. No ungrouping needed. 5 minus 8, I can't do it, so I go next door, cross off the 8, change it to a 7, and bring back 10. 15 minus 8 is 7, and 7 minus 2 is 5. I got what I expected to get. And don't forget to check your math mountain. We have 858 at the top, 287 at the bottom, and 571 also at the bottom. And our last problem, we're going to subtract to solve. So 4 minus 8, can I do it? Nope, I go next door. Oh no, there's no one home. I cannot ungroup a 0. I'm going to go next door again. Cross off my 9, change it to an 8, and bring back 10. Cross off my 10, change it to a 9, and bring back 10. Now I have 14 minus 8. 14 minus 8 is 6. 9 minus 5 is 4. And 8 minus 4 is 4. So I worked my way down to solve. I'm going to work my way up to check. So I'm going to add 446 and 458. 6 plus 8 is 14, a new group. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 5 more is 10, another new group. 4 plus 4 doubles fact, 8 plus 1 more is 9. And yes, I got what I hoped. And don't forget to draw your math mountain. Biggest number goes on the top. And smaller numbers go on the bottom. Wow, friends, that was a long lesson today, but you guys did awesome. And I hope you enjoy checking your work, because I know you're going to get the right answers now. And that's a pretty cool feeling. That's it for today, friends. We'll see you later.